this festival. This is a group I've been waiting for 2 days. Plus, it's the second Langley group I get to do, too. So, what a joy. You, sir, one of my favorite quotes, I mean, I could stand up here and give you favorite quotes all day, but one of my favorites is that next to silence, music best expresses the inexpressible. Next to silence. What you just experienced in the last piece was a couple moments of silence. There's a big buildup. Woo! Silence. And then another, then silence. And then it tapers, and tapers, and tapers. Silence. And what you created was an extraordinary vacuum. You did something magical that literally sucked the audience to the stage, and they were captivated because what you heard out there was silence. Nobody was whispering, nobody was moving, no one dared to speak because of what you created. That's it. That's it. And you'll remember this moment for the rest of your life. That's the beauty of it. I have people in my group at home that have sung with me for 35 years. When they were freshmen in college, and they're still singing. And they remember moments like this. You know, the Lord's in peace, dear at home. It builds up to that big build up, and there's a release and silence. We performed once, and on that release, every tear duct of every singer on that stage released. I look over at my accompanist because the next section is that where the piano has a solo. And I looked over and Margie had tears running down her cheeks. You know, we finished the piece, and I turned around to the audience, and the audience is standing and they're applauding like this. Now, everyone in that room was moved by that one release of silence. Now, it makes up for all of the other, 4 minutes. 5? Okay. But that's what it's all about. I could talk to you about the moment that, you know, maybe the E vowel wasn't unified, or that rhythmically we might not be together here, or the blend and balance was that. Forget it. You know, it's, if you create, in the first piece, you create such beautiful line. You know, and it's kind of like a madrigal, but as my colleague Don said when you did another Holly piece, You know, when Holly puts his tonality and his modal treatment in it, it creates other things. And whereas your vowel unity is just usually perfect in that piece, it isn't always there. You come to that unit, that it's three voices that are singing unison, measure 6. You know, and it's, wait a minute, you know, this group usually is perfectly in tune. You know, you listened and it wasn't there, but that means nothing. You know, your second piece, what an incredible piece. It's a completely new piece to me. I've never heard it before. But my question in that is, don't you want to move? So why don't you? Other than what? I take back everything I said about it. You know, I'm going to take this back. But my guess is that one reason you don't move is because it's such a technically demanding piece to sing, first of all. But I would go back to Virginia, and if you're going to perform that piece again, I would look for some way to put some kind of movement into it, even if it's a different formation. You know, with small groups like this, you can really experiment with different formations. And I'm going to try something with you, okay? Can you just come down off the riser, stay in the same formation, but I'd like the end woman here, and guys filling in between. You come all the way over here, as far as you can come, okay? And I want this. Then we get a little more light on the front of the stage, but I want one line, just one big line, one big horseshoe. Okay? And now, good. And you're going to come with me. Except you're going to blow the pitch for the last piece. Yep. Okay? So you look at each other and you start the piece. And you sing it to your people out there. Now, what I want to ask the audience, does this create a whole different atmosphere? I mean, it's something that you could, I almost think, as terrific as you are in front of them, that this piece can communicate even better by doing different things. And what's extraordinary about your performance of this is that I've spent 2 days talking about people rushing tempos and when they clap or do finger snaps or stuff like this, everybody starts rushing tempo. And this was so relaxed, and it was so ingrained in you that it's just so musical. And but if I would say one thing to you, just play around with different formations and different ways to increase your extraordinary communication with your audience. It has been a joy and a privilege to share some thoughts and ideas with you today. And how many of you knew that your bus driver's last name is Langley? Honest to God, your bus driver's last name is Langley. He and I have been talking back there. So you say hi to Mr. Langley and be nice to him. And have a terrific time at this festival and be safe going back to Virginia. You guys are awesome.